Hello there, lads and lassies. Welcome to, I'm not sure how to pronounce this, so I'm just going to say it, Femida? One of those anyway. And I'd just like to say thank you to the developers for giving me a key for this game. And if you want to check it out for yourself, there's a link in the description below where you can go and check that out. It says continue, but I don't actually have a game played on this yet, so let's see. New game. It looks interesting. It's supposed to be like an open world, point and click style adventure game. The story is tailored by your choices. Well, not really. There are 4 to 7 endings depending on how you count. There's only one good ending and it's the most difficult to achieve. Well, that's going to be fun. Press any button to proceed. Don't do anything crazy like holding 4 out of the game. Try not to. What should I know? Provisional Government summoned Demian Mardoch to serve in the capital. He has accepted the transfer. His father disappeared after the March for Peace. Tomorrow he will arrive and soon send the man responsible for it to the scaffold. What are you afraid of? A dangerous city. Metropolis lives by its own rules. I hope you'll understand them. I have another concern. What's the concern? His father. He might... Ooh! Good sunny day, everyone. Best time to go picnic in a park with family. Moreover, you have a good occasion for that. Today, a year passed since the start of the Democratic Revolution. Not that long ago, brave people of our city Metropolis overthrew the bloody dictator. Last week we honoured the innocent people and the heroes who were murdered on his commands while fighting for our freedom. Provisional Government has organised a big event in Central Square. They did a good job so far in giving us all the rights we deserve, reforming our great state. They're gonna be there, so thank them if you have a chance. Let's rejoice and celebrate. And now, for the weather forecast. So, after lifting the luggage to Mila's place... Ah, my back! Oh, hi. Oh, hello, Mila. Did you find the keys? I was in the bathroom. Couldn't hear you knocking. Are you done? Yeah, that's all, thanks. Thanks for allowing me to stay at your place. Expensive to rent in Metropolis. Glad to see you. And me too, old friend. How did you get by this job, by the way? Oh, long story short, the Provisional Government fired many employees in the capital. Clerics, officials, judges and others. They designed the lottery to fill the positions because they didn't want to have the same bias among the judges. Lucky you. I have to leave to my work soon. Okay, so we've got some choices here. So we've got a job in the hospital, obviously someone important. But we're going to have a little chat. You haven't changed, always in a hurry. You could have walked out of the till. But no, you haven't changed, always in a hurry. Can't prove you wrong. I hope you're going to stay over at my place while you're in the capital. Oh, maybe forever. I'm sorry, let me play a doctor for a moment. Do you take the prescribed pill? As I know you still have the headaches. I do. I'm happy to hear you trust the medicine. Okay, there's a little bit of translation issues going on with this game. So, your severe headaches and can affect your performance at work. You're going to judge all these serious crimes. Do you imagine the possible consequences if you don't do well? I care for you so much. Please, keep taking the pills. Okay, I get it. Don't worry. I know you get it. You always did. Sorry for scolding. What time is it? Oh, I gotta go. Bye. Me too. Okay, so I'm almost late. Someone's waiting up the stairs. Really nice artwork, though. I really like this. Got some dark clouds coming along. This looks like either very, very early morning or kind of mid-evening or something. So, yeah. But the artwork's really good. Okay, the man in white. Do you realise we are breaking the procedure? Conducting the trial without an important witness. Doctor said he will get well soon. We have been waiting too long. The crowds demand his death. The situation will get out of control. Okay. As any citizen of the state, he deserves a fair trial. We have to wait for the marshal. The archive of revolution isn't even declassified yet. Dictators already guilty of crimes against the state and much more, doomed to die. Marshal's the enemy of the state too. We don't need his testimony. Once he's awake, he'll be executed too. but the procedure.
I remember your family and General Secretary were close. You were his loyalist and then flipped to another side so fast after the revolutionary forces took over. Now you're a General Prosecutor instead of just a marionette of his. No worries, General Prosecutor. I'll take care.
I wouldn't. Oh, he's here already.
Hello, Mr. Mardoch. Nice to meet you. My name is Charles Humphrey, the General Prosecutor. I'm going to show you around. This is Quentin Gunn, Director of the Secret Service, Internal Security, and So here's our hero. Intelligence. So it's nice to meet you, gentlemen. I'll do my best. Sure you will. Good for you. Your first job is going to be the trial state versus former General Secretary of the State. The judge who was originally in charge of this trial died, so not so long ago.
This is very difficult to read.
We suspect he was murdered.
I'm so fortunate.
Indeed you are, don't worry. Former GS is already declared guilty of a number of serious crimes. It's more of a show trial at this point, and you need to finish the show. I'm curious, what do you think about conducting a trial without a key witness?
Well, if you say he's a key witness, we should wait. Obviously.
Charles liked it, okay. Regardless of your opinions, the court's preparing for the trial. A public violent execution will calm all these radical movements down. You'll sentence him to death.
Alright. Saying goodbye is not his thing. Not a pleasant gentleman, but Mr. Gunn is a professional. I wouldn't recommend messing with him. Revolutionary forces tried to assassinate him. Public officials tried to replace him. None of them is alive now. Gunn is one of the few who are still holding the position after the revolution. I'm going to say very quickly, before we continue any further, that the people creating this game, I think they've got a great idea behind it, but they need someone to do the translations a little bit better. Just a personal note. Okay, so noted. So far, so good. Before we go in, I have a question for you. What is justice? So is it keeping order, preventing harm, punishing the evil, never breaking the rules, and everyone being equal before the law? What's for the greater good of society? So I haven't figured that out. Let's see what's for the greater good of society. Gunn would agree. Hard to define the greater good though. We shall come inside now. I'm gonna show you your workplace. Well, again though, it really is very well drawn. Okay, tutorial. Folders on the table to review the case of the parties involved. Steel case is to review evidence acquired thanks to the police, make your conclusions. The doors to proceed to the courtroom and start the trial. You can change the design of the wall. Red, flag of the old regime. Blue is of the new one. You can also hang a picture on the wall instead of the flag. Just click on it. Oh, cool. So we can... Oh, cool. So I like that. So we've got some folders. We've got a hat. Yes, okay. So let's check the folders. So let's check the overview of the case. So the overview is, the dictator reigned as a General Secretary of State, de facto leader of the state for 30 years. Already charged with abuse of the General Secretary's authority, crimes against the state and organisation of a terrorist attack he's now facing his last trial. As the investigation suggests, a month before March for Peace, the dictator ordered to bomb an apartment building to imitate a terrorist threat from the outside. The explosions caused hundreds of fatalities and thousands of injured. Closely related to the defendant, witnesses testified that he called it common practice to keep the people united and ready for the changes. A group of people known later as revolutionary forces exposed him and initiated democratic revolution by openly assaulting the dictator's loyalists. The dictator proclaimed them foreign-funded terrorist organisation responsible for the bombing. The situation quickly escalated to violence confrontation. So the people of Metropolis gathered for the March for Peace, demanding a peaceful transition of power. Upon reaching Central Square, police and National Guard opened fire on the peaceful protest. Following this tragedy, society let revolutionary forces overthrow the Communist Party and appoint a provisional government. Today's trial is going to determine whether the dictator is responsible for the mass shooting or not. But he bombed the apartment, but he didn't
Okay. So we've got order status available in the next investigation. And the participants of the case. So here we go, ex-General City of the State. Prohibited to mention real name by transitional act of provisional government. Future General Secretary fought during the Great War. General Secretary at the time awarded him Hero of the State, the Medal of Honor. Soon after the war, the Communist Party accepted him. The dictator gained popularity from criticizing the engagement of the Great War. So the leadership of the party has him reassigned him to work at the Ministry of Information. Only after 5 years of performing his duties, they appointed him as Minister of Information. Later, at the age of 40, the Central Committee of the Communist Party elects him as General Secretary of the State. He conducted several social reforms. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so the witness, Quentin Gunn. So he's the one that we were just talking to with the accent like that. Okay, so he's engaged. So he's single, no kids. He's engaged. He's a veteran of the Great War. Graduated, blah, 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 blah. Never supported. Okay. So we've got some more witnesses here. Okay, so we'll check these guys out. So I'll read through these just very quickly. Okay, follows murder, kills not found. Okay, 29, served as an adjutant of the dictator for a year. Witnesses shooting. Okay. So there was a shooting order. Okay, so evidence description. Take phone call. And the recording dictator issues the command to open fire to the police. Shooting resulted in thousands of confirmed deaths. In the footage, one can see how the National Guard fires on civilians, piles of dead bodies. Testimony to the witness right after the event. Number of people accused of dictator and the National Guard. The thing is, there was a problem with that though, because I mean, there was a bomb that he ordered where people maybe just, I don't know, pissed off. Confiscated unknown document, more than half the pages are missing. So there was a shooting order, but did he do it though? Alright, let's go to court. Let's go to court. So it's now night time, so we were kind of like late afternoon, early evening. So participants list to pick a character, questions list to ask them questions, paper and table to review evidence, gavel to start the trial, keep the tension on, tension meter down to the right, use the gavel during the trial. You'll have to replay the trial if the tension gets out of hand. Love the music. Score as much as you can by asking relevant questions. With low scores, the number of endings you can get is very limited. You have 12 minutes. Okay. Click timer to end the trial before the time runs out. Okay, so. Right, how do we get going in here? Well, let's do this. Former General Secretary of the State. We're going to prove his abuse of power as Commander-in-Chief in an organisation of mass murder. During the previous trials, he's already been charged with abuse of General Secretary's authority and organisation of a terrorist attack. The last judge who worked with us is unable to finish the round of trials and decide on the final sentence. That's why His Honour Demian Mardoch joined us to finish the case. Okay, so we're going to talk to the witness here. So, my client has chosen to remain silent during today's trial. That's all we have to say. Okay, so we'll pick another participant. So, Christine Conan. So, Captain Conan joined March for Peace on Central Square. She lost her father during the shooting, who was the most renowned detective in the state. The trial has failed! What? Okay. Don't get what happened there. Using the gavel during the trial. Okay. I get it. Okay, so, Captain Conan joining the March for Peace at Central Square. Blah, blah, blah. She lost her father during the shooting as the most renowned detective. The state and national hero. Court expresses our condolences. Thank you, Your Honour. Okay, let's proceed to the questions. So, you may start asking, Your Honour. Okay, so... how did people in the march behave? Any provocations from the civilians? I hadn't noticed any. There were plenty of elderly and parents with little kids. Okay, continue with this line. Right, next. Okay, but someone in the crowd could have acted provocatively, but the reaction of guardsmen was reprehensible. Like most people, I've seen the first fire coming from the National Guard. Alright. So... what's your opinion on the dictator? I don't know anything about politics. Certainly nothing positive now. Okay. So, the march orchestrated. Okay, I don't think there's a power in Metropolis so strong they can march thousands of innocent people to a mass murder. What about foreign powers? To be honest, I've never encountered criminal activity from foreign powers in Metropolis. Okay, let's see, what else have we got here? So the murder of your father. I wish I saw these murders, but I did not. Okay. So I want to talk to Quentin Gunn. So did the dictator order the shooting, Mr. Gunn? According to our investigation, he did. Right, okay. Any evidence to support it? We cannot disclose everything we handed over. We handed everything over. Okay, so why did the dictator do it? So he rendered his judgment based on what he has seen, the giant march of people heading in his direction. The tyrant panicked. People in such positions develop paranoia. It's very true. Okay, so did you receive the shooting order, or was involved in issuing it in any way? Issue and execution of such orders are not part of my job's responsibilities. We found it later. So you're 100% confident? Okay, so yes, we are. The dictator did it. Any evidence to support it? We can't just go, okay, we'll have seen that. So let's see the reforms document. So I heard rumours about the unknown changes to come from the state clerks. Nothing specific though. Alright. So where have you been? At home. You can back these words? My wife, Emmy. Where's she? Okay. Quentin Gunn. At hospital due to some reasons. Mr. Gunn's words are true. Alright. Okay, one more question for him. People's reaction. People did not react. People made it. Okay. So let's talk to the policeman here. Okay, so tell us what happened on the square. Shit happened. A bunch of meatheads spilled blood on our history. Mr. Blood, don't forget where you are. I insist you keep such words outside the courtroom. Pardon, Your Honour, my deputy received the order from the dictator and commanded the policemen on Central Square to join the National Guard in the slaughter. Well, okay, so what about the police actions? So regarding the police, why did they fire? So they followed the order of the superior, as my deputy did, as we do in the police, but the superior could have been someone else though. So these officers still serve? Any of the officers who executed the order still serve? A few. Some died on that day, some resigned. Hard to deal with it. PTSD and shish like that. Okay, so that's accusing. So the police officers were right to shoot an unarmed crowd of innocent people. Executing the orders is our duty. Accusations like this one will hurt your score in future trials, okay? Even when killing children and their parents. Your Honour, my guys did their job. Didn't like it. Your job is to sentence a criminal. What else do you want from me? It's true. Well, let's talk to the adjutant, okay? Okay, so he's not really saying anything, so what happened before the event? Okay. So the General Secretary arrived late to his office. General Secretary fumed with alcohol. The crowd was already gathering outside in the square. Someone tried to confront him on his way. He was getting paranoid because of the whole thing. Well, who wouldn't be? So what happened? People in the march pulled out placards and shouted phrases that, let's say, displeased him. The General Secretary got offended. He said they're unthankful. They don't know what's really going on. The General Secretary was going back and forth fast on the upper floor, overseeing the demonstration, and concluded that it's foreign powers who planned to overthrow him, brought their agents here. Alright. So he wrote a shooting order and signed it, commanded me to send it over. I did my job. Only now I realise what a mistake I made. I apologise before the people of the state and the court. So your police employed me. I worked with SS and police to investigate the crimes of the communists. So what's your responsibilities? I acted as an administrative assistant to the General Secretary. Well, that's it. So let's... let's see. Okay, let's go back here. Let's see what else is there. Okay, so during the shooting, what happened? Okay, public conviction 1. Okay, so we both stayed inside and watched people die. I seen a grim smile on his face. He called them all enemies of the state. Well, let's have a look here. So dead and injured. Right, take phone call. So he did. Okay, testimonies, okay. Do you wish to enter trial? Yes, I want to enter trial. Okay, death sentence. What? To attorney. Okay, the state had no problem with killing our citizens before, but the time is different. There are many cases where men on the death row, or even in the grave, turned out to be innocent. How many innocent lives will state take before we will strip the government of the power to kill the people? The archive of revolutions that contains all dirty secrets of the past 2 years isn't declassified yet, and the key witness is not present. We could stop this violent tradition of executions right here and right now. Okay, so I'm going to try and send a request to this archive. Maybe I can glean some information regarding my father. Okay, don't get distracted. So use the gavel sentence. Okay. Innocent or guilty? I reckon he's guilty. So since the defendant is already charged with multiple heavy crimes, you have only the following options. Lifelong imprisonment, execution by lethal injection, execution by firing squad. Eye for an eye. Makes the whole world blind, but let's do it, okay? So overall satisfaction with the job, 7. Current savings, 7. Right, so that's it. So we've done that. So there we go. That is Femida or Femida? I don't know. It's an interesting game. I've never played Phoenix Wright, so I can't compare the two. But I do like the idea behind it of being the judge and issuing the orders and things like that. Whether it's right or wrong, I think with a bit more time, that would be a lot easier for me to go through the notes and figure out the convictions and stuff. But for those of you who are into your sort of your crime dramas and your Law and Order and whatnot and your CSI, etc., this might be an interesting game for you to check out. My main issue, like I said earlier on, is with the translation. They need to get someone to go over the script and recalibrate it so that it flows a lot easier. You know, there's a lot of grammatical errors, etc. But it doesn't really detract from the game. So I think if they manage to fix that in the future, this is going to actually be quite a decent game. The music's good. The idea behind it is there's obviously some big mysteries going to be happening. There's multiple endings, and you're going to be a judge. So what's not to like. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you again to the developers for letting me have a key for this to try it out. And I'll catch you again soon. But until then, bye bye.